Mike here, Craft Beer Storm, your host. And, we did the Craft Brewers Conference podcast, and they were crazy popular with people, so we're going to do more. I have more sound bites, so I'm going to slap some together to create some more podcasts, which I'm doing now. Today we will have episode 5 of the Craft Brewers Conference, where I interviewed a bunch of good people doing some good stuff with beer. And let's get to it. So I finally caught up with Colum, who is from Malting Company of Ireland. We use their barley as the base of some of our beers. And how you doing, Colum?
I'm doing great. Mike, great to meet you. Finally, after all.
Yeah, we've been phone tag and emails and
texting, but we got there. We got there in the end.
I came here like twice. I'm like, where's Colum? I'm like, I don't know. He's somewhere. So, all right, we connected though. So how do you like the conference so far?
Absolutely fantastic. My first time here. Didn't know what to expect, but it's blown me away, really. I think the volume of people and the volume of businesses here and the interaction between everybody is phenomenal. I think it
is a fantastic event. Actually, I'm interviewing later the lady who organized this whole thing. That's one of the interviews that I'm going to do later. But it's great. So you have Malting Company of Ireland. So tell me a little bit about MCI.
So MCI, we were established in 1858. We are, it's a long time ago, but so when we started, we started as a floor maltings in Cork City, and we produced 4,000 tonnes at the time. And in 1965 we moved to Ballincollig, where we started producing 10,000 tonnes, and in 2000 we moved to where we are today in the Southling Road. We produced 31,500 tonnes. We are, it's a fascinating business. We've kept the tradition even from 1858 right to now. Even though technology has developed, we are still a traditional-based malting company. We still get in there, we get our hands dirty, which is we always find is so important when you're making malt. Malting in Ireland has through generations, has also developed. We know looking at high extract, big kernels in the grain, and producing high top quality malt.
Excellent. Are you originally from Cork? Or?
I'm from Cork City. I'm originally from Bishopstown, living in Douglas.
Man, you're where the facility is, or you're very close to it.
I'm 5 miles away from it, so I'm very, very handy. Sometimes too handy, because any problems you can get, I'm easy to call.
Colum's there, so call him.
Colum's there, we can call him. But I manage that now as well. I'm getting pretty good at managing that now. So, but it's good. It's a business that we've kind of considered it kind of a family business. We're together. We're all together as one, and I think it works well for the malting.
I took a tour of the facility. I don't know how long ago. I think it was like 4 years ago, or something like that. But everything's like kind of computerized, and there's no people in the building. It's just.
It is amazing. It's all automated, but again, I must say we still keep the tradition. We still get in there, still make sure that the malt is performing as we need to, and is modifying as we need to.
You have high quality control, and I think you can drill down if there's some bad malt. You can drill down to the farm actually that it came from.
Absolutely, and the most important thing is a top class ingredient. In Ireland, you must look at, Michael, that we have a mild climate. Being a mild climate, it's good growing conditions for barley. So we've a mild plus a long growing season for barley. So at the end, you look at big kernels coming off at the harvest time. We have also, our farmers are experienced. They're with us for years and years and years, so they know how to grow malting barley, and they have the expertise of our shareholders are our suppliers as well. So they have the expertise of them giving back onto the farmer, making sure that they're doing the right thing when they're producing the grain. From our side, from the malting company side, I think our expertise is twofold. We're there a long time. Most of our staff are there a long time, and with that you get experience and you get to understand each harvest can be different. So,
right.
It's
like hops or wine, or just by year to year, it just varies. But you have to manage that.
you have to manage that, and if you're able to, if you get to see over years and years and years different harvests, you get to manage that, and you get to understand how to deal with that in processing. Then,
awesome. Well, it's great. Everybody loves the beer that we make, and we use the Irish barley as base, and that's our thing. And people appreciate it. They come in, they try all the beer, and they say, "There's not one beer here that I don't like." All right, well, great. We use Irish barley as the base, and it's fantastic.
It is, and it's very important. I think, as you say, you have no problems. They all like the beer. I think, and it all stems back to the raw material that you use, which is good, top, high quality raw material, and that's what we look back from ourselves. That high quality barley coming into the plant, and it makes sense. Then all your products will be good. Then after that,
good stuff. Well, I appreciate you taking time out, Colin.
No problem.
I'm glad we connected. It's awesome.
Absolutely, I'm absolutely between jet lag now and starving. You know what?
It's like 7 hours. Is it 7 hours difference?
It's about 7 hours. Yeah, 7 hours different. Yeah, so. We're good. We're getting there.
You got to drink coffee.
Absolutely, a lot of coffee
and beer.
Absolutely,
and
keep
water.
us going. Yeah, absolutely.
Because we're at elevation.
That's true.
All right, Colin. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
All right, so I finally found Ryan Newhouse of Zephyr Conferences. We did a podcast. So how's it going, Ryan?
Oh, doing great, man. CBC's a blast.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's awesome. I know. I've never been here before, but it's just so many people, so many different businesses, and it's like everything about beer. It's awesome. But you just did the conference out in Idaho. How did that go?
Yeah, we had it in Boise, Idaho. It was fantastic. We had about 160 attend. Breweries, brewery tour operators, destination marketing organizations. We were talking about beer tourism. It was great.
That's awesome. I know. And you have another one coming up in Montana, I think?
You got it. Yeah, our Beer Now conference, which is for beer media. So people who produce podcasts or write about it or blog about it, or use Instagram. It's sort of a professional development conference. And we're there, about 100 and 150 writers that come out and have a good time.
I want to try to get out to that. I had to pick between either the Idaho or here, and then they gave me a free media pass out here. So I'm like,
you can't beat that. Yeah. Well,
I got to come out here, but I'm going to try to do that, the Montana one. But
yeah, we've got some great speakers. Actually, Josh Noel, who's here right now selling and signing his book called Barrel Aged Stout and Selling Out. He's a writer for the Chicago Tribune. He's going to be our keynote speaker at Beer Now.
Oh, no kidding. Excellent. Cool. All right, Ryan, it was nice catching up with you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming out.
More hops. You need more hops. So I stopped by, and they have that new Sabro hop that they made, and cashmere, and this elixir. It's delicious. My God. And then because I stopped by Hop Growers of America, and I found Jackie Brophy. How you doing, Jackie?
I'm great, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How's the conference so far?
The conference is going well. It's been a nice stream of people so far. So far, so good.
Where are you guys based out of?
We are based out of Yakima, Washington, and we represent all the commercial growers in the U.S. So the majority of that, of course, is Washington, Oregon, and Idaho, but also some other growers that are spread out throughout the country.
Just really great stuff coming out of that part of the world. It's just excellent hops.
Oh, thank you. Yes, no, we're really, really proud of what our growers can produce and what American hops, the standard has really risen to. And
so basically, you're just kind of a not-for-profit. You're just promoting hops and anything else.
Yes, yeah, we're a non-profit trade association. So basically, we represent all the commercial growers in the U.S.
I guess you do events like this and then other events around the country or the world?
Yeah, we mostly focus on an international audience. We're funded by USDA, so we're able to do Craft Brewers Conference because the international attendance is high enough. But we always love the opportunity to interact with domestic brewers as well. But we mostly focus on trade shows and technical education seminars overseas. So the other trade show that we get involved in every year is Brew in Germany, and we go to European brewing schools where people get their brewmaster certificates, and we're also going to be doing a trade show in Brazil this year in Sao Paulo coming up in about 2 months.
Oh man, when is that?
That would be on the Brew Brazil website, but I believe it's at the end of May. I don't have that date locked in my head right now.
Are they giving any media passes out? Because I would
I don't know. That would be a great question for him.
because I got a media pass for here. It was awesome. I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the media pass. But it's just a fantastic event. I've never been to the CBC before, but it's just like a whole lot of people and a lot of companies, and it's just promoting the craft beer industry, which is fantastic.
Yeah. We love to be at CBC. We've been exhibiting here for about 4 or 5 years now. I want to say our first one was the last time we were in Denver, so it's fun to come full circle and be back in Denver again. But we love all the excitement for craft beer and the excitement for our growers' hops and tasting and trying all the different kinds of beer and ingenuity that there is coming out of this country. It's really exciting.
Excellent. And Americans, the hops are fantastic, really good. I have to use this Sabro hop. I got to make my new beer is going to have the Sabro, I think. It's going to be the new one. Okay, well, thanks very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Michael. Great to chat with you.
And we're back here with Josh Noel. I just saw your book, Josh, Barrel Aged Stout and Selling Out. How's it going?
It's going great.
How do you like the conference so far?
The conference is great. It is a sight to behold. There's a lot of metal, a lot of flashing lights and spinning things, and we are in the heart of the beer industry beast right now.
It is. Everybody's here, man. So I saw your book. Can you give me background about your book and maybe about yourself a little?
Yeah, for sure. So Barrel Aged Stout and Selling Out, Goose Island, Anheuser-Busch, and how craft beer became big business. It was published last year in 2018. I write about beer for the Chicago Tribune and turned my sort of beat reporting there into this deep dive into really the history of craft beer, how it rose from this scrappy little underdog status into this mainstream success that Anheuser-Busch needed a piece of. And Anheuser-Busch did that by buying Goose Island. That was the first way it did it in 2011. It's gone on to buy 9 more craft breweries, as you no doubt know. But I decided to tell that story through the Goose Island story and its sale to Anheuser-Busch. And then the story gets pretty unwieldy in the second half of the book as craft beer just enters very forcefully the mainstream, and Anheuser-Busch very forcefully enters craft beer.
Yeah, I know, and Anheuser-Busch is also setting up shell entities, and they're buying things. And but I think they have to embrace the whole craft beer movement, I would suppose, right? And that's why they're buying them.
Yeah, they had no choice. I mean, for a long time, they thought that they could. All they really needed to be the dominant beer company in the United States was Bud and Bud Light, but tastes changed, and people are looking for diversity, and craft beer reflected that as well as anything. Obviously, imports have also done really well, and now we're seeing wine and spirits are also thriving. But craft beer was really a sort of a kick in the teeth to the old way of that big beer did business, and so Anheuser-Busch had no choice but to enter that craft beer fold.
Yeah, and it's still going on, and there's things that they're still buying, but beer is good, yeah. And I appreciate you taking a few minutes out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice.
And you're going to be out at the conference in Montana.
Correct. Yeah, I'm going to be the keynote speaker at the Beer Now conference in Montana in June, which is going to be a blast.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll probably see you out there.
Great. Look forward to it. Thank you.
Yeah, some good information there. Good stuff happening with these companies that we featured. Malting Company of Ireland with Colm Cahill. And we had Ryan Newhouse of Zephyr Conferences, who's doing Beer Now, and he also has a beer and marketing tourism conference going on. We had Jackie Brophy of USA Hops promoting good hops, good American hops, part of the Hop Growers of America. Fantastic stuff. And also we had Josh Noel, who wrote a new book. It's called Barrel Aged Stout and Selling Out. And he's with the Chicago Tribune. So that was a couple more sound bites and people that we visited at the Craft Brewers Conference, which was great. Fantastic people there. And if you like what we're doing, you like our podcast, please go on to iTunes. Give us a rating. Give us a review. That's the only way we get up in the rankings. We need your help. people don't know if they're if they're listening or not. But if you give us the rankings, we ratings, and then we get up in the rankings, and it just gets it out there more and more and more and more. A lot more people look at it, and they just blast it out. So help me out with that. If also tell a friend or tell 10 friends about our podcast. We just give you quality content. People who are craft beer enthusiasts, or even just getting into beer and want some more information, we can get that for them. We give you these quality interviews that we do every week. We do it 3 times a week now. Monday is brewers and movers and shakers in the industry, in the craft beer industry. Wednesdays would be a beer style, which we take a different beer style. We go down the Great American Beer Festival list, and we do a different beer style every week. We talk about the grain, hops, what glass to serve it in, examples, everything. And then Friday we do craft brew news. We go over the news of the week, and we give you what's current, and it's a soap opera, like I said. It's just, you never know. I woke up last Thursday morning and Dogfish Head and Boston Beer Company merged. I'm like, what? But there you go. Stuff like that happens overnight. But we get that to you. So if you like what we're giving to you, please spread the word. And we will see you on Friday with another episode of Craft Beer Storm. Take care.